Hosting these talks without the UN or the US serving as the actual brokers is a first, but will they prove any different if face-to-face negotiations don't take place?
Andrea, it's likely to be a tough one. Now, the agendas have been clearly defined. As far as the delegation representing the Assad regime is concerned, officials are saying that they are here with a two-point agenda. Number one, to cement the ceasefire in Syria, and number two, to reach a common understanding in the fight against terrorism. The opposition side have made their agenda clear as well. Earlier, we spoke to some opposition officials, and they're saying that their focus is on the humanitarian side. And they've also said that contrary to some reports that have suggested that they are going to be discussing the political process, they're saying that's not going to be the case. It's not on their agenda. They're just going to be focusing on how aid could get to those who are in need of it. And they're also going to be talking about the political prisoners that the Assad regime has locked up, the release of those people. The Turkish officials are saying that their focus is also humanitarian, and they're taking a very pragmatic approach. And what they want, first and foremost, is for the aid to reach the people who are in need. And then from there, the process could move forward. Now, Turkish officials are also hoping that these talks may pave way for further negotiations next month in Geneva.
And Hasan, what could be considered a breakthrough is that Turkey has recognized that the regime may play a significant role now in Syria's future. How has that concession actually changed the prospect for reaching a fuller resolution?
Well, most of the officials I've spoken to, they are quite clear. They're saying that they're not really expecting a breakthrough. They're saying there are quite a few challenges, and primarily there are three issues. Number one, the diverging interests of the stakeholders. Number two, the trust deficit. And number three, the question of legitimacy. Now, on the trust deficit, for example, opposition figures are saying that the Bashar al-Assad regime in the past has violated all the ceasefire agreements, and it's difficult for them to trust the regime unless there are some sort of guarantees. And there are also some of the opposition figures here, including Mohammed Al-Loush, has said that Russia has not been very instrumental in ensuring that it has influenced Iran and Bashar al-Assad, whereas Mohammed Al-Loush said that Turkey has been very instrumental in ensuring that the opposition groups are sticking to their side of the bargain. Then there's the question of legitimacy. The Bashar al-Assad regime officials are still referring to the opposition groups as terrorists, whereas the opposition figures are saying that they don't recognize Assad regime. The only reason they're talking is in a bid to try and reduce the suffering of the Syrian people.
Okay, Hasan Abdullah joining us live there from Astana. Thank you so much for that.